Greetings, Commanders! It's Ryant1UM here, and today we are back once again in Stellaris Console Edition with the Flameborn Reavers. That's right, you guys. So, we are indeed back, and today we're gonna throttle it back a little bit. We need to be a bit more cautious and a bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Not as cocky in trying to go to war with the empires that are directly next to us, especially with the fact that we went to war last episode with two empires, and one of them snuck up behind us, or I should say snuck up on top of us, them being the Great Opalgek Empire. So, for today, we are going to turtle a little bit. We're going to do exactly what we did in the last series, and that is to turtle just a little bit. That way we can kind of figure out what the hell is going on, and we can get to the point where we are more than, superior to them. That way we can actually get this stuff going. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and explore these natural wormholes that are within our space, and we'll get those good to go. I believe we have the tech coming soon. Yes, 25 months for that. And we just need to work on getting our economy back in order and getting our ships up and running. Because, if we go ahead and take a look, we are probably still the most powerful out of the ones that we want to go to war with. So it looks like the associated Vem colonies are actually pathetic, and then these two are inferior. I would like that to say pathetic as well, whereas everybody else is pathetic, except for these ones. The xenophobic isolationists, these guys are not. They are simply equivalent to us, however, they're a little bit far away from us to be too much of an issue. In fact, they're all the way down here. So there's probably going to be a wormhole or something that leads all the way over there, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So our focus today, focus on the economy, get it going, colonize the rest of the worlds that are within my territory, get some tech done, complete everything with our space and get all of the space resources, continue to outfit our fleets and upgrade our fleets, then go back to war and crush them the way that we should have done the first time. So, let's start her up. We have just now found the First League headquarters, but we gotta hustle. We've got to hustle to get it, because if we take a look at where exactly it's located, right on the border of these lovely individuals over here, where we lost the territory to in the last episode. And we do not want a size 25 relic world falling into the hands of our enemies, so we are first over to here. We just got the influence for it, as well as the unity for it. So we're going to, as soon as we get the opportunity, going to put a station right there, upgrade it to a bastion, and then we'll be good to go. Now what I've gone ahead and done is I've actually gone ahead and merged the fleets, because I wanted to go ahead and make sure that our fleet was as powerful as possible together. That way we're not too worried about, too many things going wrong, having to micromanage two fleets at a time, but I just want one large fleet at the moment. That way I can kind of just have one at the moment, So right now I'm just trying to figure out what the hell to have all of my ships do, because we're kind of in a pickle. We're just kind of stuck, but I think we'll be okay. The third Ascension perk has been picked, and I've realized exactly what we're going to do. We are going down the Flesh is Weak, and we've apparently just found the autocracy of Estuana, who are fanatic materialists, and they are authoritarians. Okay, so we are indeed going down that way. It's going to take a lot of research in order to turn us into cyborgs. So I'm trying to decide if that's actually going to be a good idea to dedicate 157 months to doing that. No. At the moment, no. I don't think so. I think we just need to focus on research, and then we'll be turned into cyborgs. Well, would you look at this? We just found a wormhole that travels into the Sapien Interplanetary Commonality. And who happens to be pathetic to me? Oh, well, they were pathetic to me. They were pathetic to me, son of a bitch. Okay. Well, that's good to know that they're down there now. We have a very quick way to get down and take out our rivals. That's really cool. So the fleets are coming along quite nicely. We're actually going ahead and reinforcing now corvettes, destroyers, and soon we're going to be reinforcing corvettes and cruisers, which is going to be very, very nice. Now, in order to outfit both of the fleets, because since one of the fleets is actually going to be full, in fact, right now it's already full, we needed to go ahead and branch out into a secondary fleet, and that one is going to be comprised of only cruisers and corvettes, And as you can see, we're starting to make everybody else pathetic to us, which is great. Now, once we get these guys to be pathetic to us, pretty sure we'll be big chillin', because if they were already equivalent to us for quite a while, I think we're going to be pretty fine if we go to war with any of these guys, because then these guys were already way more powerful than we were, or at least on our level. These guys are way below where we're at. But the thing is, I got cocky last time, thinking and underestimating the power of my enemies, and that's what bit me in the butt. So this time we're going to kind of throttle it back a little bit and just kind of focus up a little bit. And once we have the 2 fleets going, I think we'll be okay. Granted, it does take a little bit more micromanagement to worry about having to run 2 fleets at the same time, but I think I'm okay with that. I think I should be okay with that, honestly. But we're starting to get our economy back under control. We have lots of alloys coming in. We have lots of energy and minerals coming in. Consumer goods, it's always bad, but we've got shitloads of influence. And honestly, I'm considering doing that. We're going to go ahead and turn on the capacity subsidies to boost our energy production just that much more. There we go. So yeah, we'll have a lot more energy production like that. We could technically do mining subsidies as well, but then that would also eat into the energy one that I just turned on. What would that look like? Oh, not too bad actually. Okay, nice. So we can run capacity and mining subsidies and be totally fine. Nice. So that'll be a good way to boost our economy just for a little while. We do have a lot of unemployed on some of our planets, but that's mainly because they're just starting to grow a lot faster, which is really, really nice because we have so many worlds now that are beginning to be good to go. We already colonized Fenhebanis, which is the Ecumenop, and we're now really, really beginning to snowball, which is great. Things are becoming much faster. The flesh is weak is getting even more expensive. Holy shit. We're just gonna have to bite the bullet one of these times and just go and do that, because holy crap, I do not want to have to wait that long. Again, the consumer goods continue to be an issue. How much are we making in trade? 69 giggity. I'm really considering turning that on to make it so that it produces consumer goods as well, but I'm just not sure if I want to do that right now. Alright, so see, yeah, they're back at equivalent, and these ones are still pathetic to us, but we just need to continue to grow. We're just going to continue to expand our fleets and our militaries and everything like that. Who just died? A scientist, wonderful. So we need to go ahead and, oh wait, no, that must have been one of the unemployed scientists, yeah, most likely. Wow, they're dying when they're pretty old too, that's pretty good. Oh, there's the scientist, I was waiting for it. Our first death wave has begun. It begins. The cruisers are under construction, and our fleets are looking nice. They're looking mighty, mighty fine. So in our first fleet, we've got 20 destroyers and 30 corvettes, which is a lovely kind of mixture of the flak and then the corvettes that are the strike craft kind of. And then we actually have 10 corvettes and soon to be, I think, 10 or 15 cruisers inside of that fleet. How many can we have? 15 cruisers, that's right. So we're up to 3 cruisers already, and look at how much that boosts that up. I love that. Gotta love seeing that go up that high. Alright, go ahead and set up a righteous one right there. So I believe the truce is up with our enemies, which is good, because that means we can go to war with them ASAP. I think one of the biggest issues we're running into at the moment is amenities across our planets. So I know it's a waste of a building slot, but I have been adding these luxury residences to kind of stave off the need for amenities, and then eventually we'll probably go in and replace them with these bad boys right here, the commercial zones, because those things can create a lot of trade value. Alright, but right now what we're doing is we're just going through and clearing out all of the tile blockers. This one's going to be expensive though. This is the Ecumenopolis. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of economy for that one. Alright, we're about to break the 20k fleet mark, and I'm very excited and very happy that we are about to cross that. Now, if we take a look at our competition, we are pretty much the only competition with these guys right there at the moment, because we've not found any of the fallen empires. Now, the thing is, we need to get more and more of our strategic resources up, especially the rare crystals. Rare crystals and the gases are exactly what we're going to need, because then we'll actually be able to start working on using the tier 5 stuff especially the tier 5 weapons and the tier 5 shields and everything like that. That way we can outclass them, because if we take a look at the Yaru, they actually have superior tech to us, which means even if we were to go to war with them with a superior fleet, there's a big possibility that they would actually still win / be equivalent to us based on the fact that they have superior tech to us. Now, I do believe that by the end of today's episode, we will be going to war again, because our bastions are looking mighty terrifying. If I'm gonna be honest, they're looking pretty dang scary. And as far as I know, we have no weak points as far as, oh, hey, gotcha, except for this one right here. Good thing I just saw that. There is a little section right here where they could actually have some ships inside of there. And then they could kind of, oh, there's an extra 5% fire rate. They could actually reinforce some ships right there, come around here and start to wipe out stuff like that. So now all of our things are going to be covered, except for right here. Now, if you're wondering why I still haven't done anything right here, that's because we already have a hardcore choke point right here. There's really no need to add another one right there and right there. It's just extra resources being spent on something that isn't really necessary. Because the Polysimus Empire is small. They are just this big right there. However, the Great Opalgek Empire are much bigger. So our original idea to go after the Polysimus Empire first is going to have to wait, because we're probably going to go after the Opalgeks first, then sweep up the Polysimus Empire to go ahead and finish off the war. Because the Great Opalgek Empire has continued to expand underneath of us right here, and they've continued to expand up here, making themselves a bit more of a larger presence. Once the war is over and we've completed the campaign against them, we will own all of this, and all of this. That is a lot of territory that we are about to gain through conquest, and our empire sprawl is already terrible. So we need to go ahead and compensate for that, especially with our economy and our empire sprawl. So I'm having to just kind of throw down a bunch of buildings that, oops, wrong one. Kind of just having to throw down a bunch of buildings that aren't really necessarily the ones that I want to throw down, but at the same time, we're going to need them. So we're going to just be putting down a whole bunch of this stuff like that, getting us some new exotic resources, as well as getting us some more alloys, some more gases, everything like that. So yeah, thankfully everyone has these, the social welfare. So that'll be good, and we're just going to hold on to that one right there. But we're really, really beginning to snowball now, if you couldn't tell. Things are starting to get a little bit out of hand, they're starting to get a little bit quicker, and things are going much, much better now. I can definitely say the confidence is coming back. We are almost at 30k fleet power. Much, much better than where we were at in the last episode. Much, much better than where we were at. We actually have full fleets at the moment. Economy is looking a little bit bad, but that's mainly due to the fact that our consumer goods are always freaking terrible. Now, if we cut our trade in half, that'll be, what, 110 divided by 2, so we would be a little over 50 energy in the hole with that. I'm really, really tempted to do it. In fact, let's see, trade policy, consumer benefits, how badly is this going to hurt our energy income? Not too bad whatsoever, and it stopped the hemorrhaging a little bit. And if that can help a little bit, that is totally fine with me, because now we can kind of stop having to buy them every single freaking month. That also means that we're going to be able to start adding more and more trade value into that when we replace those luxury residences with the, the merchant buildings. Now, because we are so much more powerful, and if we take a look at our contacts, these guys are now pathetic to us, which means everybody else is pathetic to us as well, which is great. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what our ships actually look like. We got tier 5, tier 5, tier 5. Looks like everything's good there. Or let's see, tier 5, tier 4. We haven't unlocked the tier 5 railguns yet. Aha, here they come. And then, let's see, let's take a look right here. Destroyers. Those look good. We need better armor, and we need better generators. But overall, we're looking much better. We have truly scary bastions at this point. 26,900 is pretty good, if I'm honest, and we're continuing to upgrade them as we speak. We have a plus 88 income of our alloys, plus 108 of our minerals, and 155 of our energy. Feeling much, much more confident, so much so that I think it's time we go ahead and move this fleet into position outside of Dargan. And we are now going to go to war with our friends again, the Great Opalgek Empire and the Polysimus Empire. This time, we are going to win, and I feel confident in my ability to win this war. Let's offer some energy because we're rich, so we can see what their fleets look like. Some of their fleets, I should say, because I did see some in that system right there. But things look to be going okay. That's the Polysimus Empire. They will take back these little sections right here. I have no doubt they will try to take back them. But once they get to Volmar, they will be stuck. And then, if need be, we'll just move the home fleet over to there, and we'll just start crushing them from there. So, let's go ahead and see what does it take. Let's see, let's go and upgrade you guys right there. How much would that cost to upgrade you? Okay, well, I suppose we'll just go ahead and keep them upgraded. We may as well, since I think we're probably into the Tier 5 tech. Yes, Tier 5. Yes. Why can't we build the Tier... Oh, wait, we don't have the armor. Okay, I was like, why can't we build the Tier...
Vessels upgraded.
The Tier 5 armor? That's odd. But we don't actually have it unlocked. Nice. Okay, perfect.
Technology secured.
So they're just continuously getting more and more powerful. We're starting to get a lot more economy. And again, our consumer goods are just in the tank. But thankfully, our planets are kind of under control now. They were spiraling out of control there for a little bit. But we're just building what we need. And it's going a lot better than last time, honestly, rather than trying to specialize all of the worlds. So I tell you what, before anything else can happen, let's double check. Only there in the what is it? The Federation. Cleansing, declare war. Great Opalgek Empire, Polysimus Empire. Here we go.
We have declared war to safeguard our interests.
Wonderful. Alright, and of course we start off with a negative consumer good income. Perfect. Let's move them over to here. And let's come into here. Take that off of there. And here we go. The war has begun once again. As expected, they are going to try and take back the space here, which is completely understandable. Very expected. And they're falling right into my idea. Right into my plan.
Station under attack.
So yeah, we'll lose a couple little sections right here, nothing too bad. But if all else fails, or actually, what was I gonna say? Hopefully, after we start to move up into the Opalgek, we can then jump down to them and give them a little bit of a taste of what they did to us last time. So like I said, I'll continue to move on up there, but oh, what do we have right here? But our 12.2k fleet ready to come in and absolutely decimate you guys. Greetings, my friends. Say goodbye to your lovely ships.
Alien Federation formed.
The Alliance of Interlinked Systems. The Yaru and the Sapien Interplanetary Commonality. Oh, wouldn't you know it? They're in a federation. How adorable. Okay, so as far as the war is concerned, the Polysimus Empire is losing their ability to reinforce once we take this last system over here. But we're just going to kind of mop up the floor as we come along that way. Then we'll come right back that way, swing around here, and then go from there. So the Polysimus Empire is pretty much already gone. We're creating two armies, one on our capital and one here, or one in Sol and one in Alpha Centauri. One of them is going to be done before the other one because it's full of clones, and the other one is full of the purebred humans. And that way we can kind of knock out two birds with one stone and have a couple of armies running at the same time. But what we're working on right now is we're working on diminishing the Opalgek's ability to reinforce. So once that's all done, we should be able to bring our armies back in and go from there.
Enemy presence.
However, I am going to have to end off today's episode right here. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode, and until next time, this has been Commander Ryantium, signing off.